Hi guys, it's time for my April favorites. Now, am I wrong? But wasn't April like 1,000 days long? And that's a long time to not have any new things. I haven't had any parcels arrive at my place this month, and sorry about my hands, I'm freezing in here today. And so all of my favorites this month came straight out of my stash, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing. Let me show you. So I'm going to start with my inspiration favorites this month, and I'm going to be totally honest with you. I have been spending as little time on social media as possible for my own mental health this month. I have been doing a lot of off-screen kind of things, reading, resting, walking, and a lot of cooking, which also involves a lot of eating. But the few things that I have been excited to see over on social media, sort of ish, the first thing I've been loving is the Heidi Swapp Watch Party Facebook group. That's a mouthful. I've been big into Heidi Swapp stuff this month, you'll see in just a second. And so the sort of Watch Party Facebook group has just been so much fun. I love watching those techniques. I wish I could get a hold of some of those sort of products at the moment, so I've been kind of making do with what I've got, but that sort of inspiration has just been really fun to look at. And my second little find this month favorite, and I really hope I don't butcher her name, is Annette Gallanshire. I found her over on Instagram, but she does have a YouTube channel that I've really been loving. Some totally gorgeous layouts and just some really fun, innovative techniques. So she is definitely one that has been inspiring me to get a little bit messier this month. And the other thing I just wanted to share, which is totally unrelated to crafting, is just a couple of the books I've been reading this month. And when I say reading books, I mean like this is it. This is all I've read. I did completely finish The Chalkman in like a weekend. I really enjoyed it. It looks like a big book, but the writing's really huge, so it did not take me a long time, but that was a very intriguing kind of read. And then I've also been making my way through Untamed by Glennon Doyle, which is, I'm not rushing through it, I'm just taking my time absorbing it, but it is as good as everyone else who has been raving about it says, because it's just that good. So I'm taking my time and really enjoying this read. Like I said, spending a little bit of time away from the screen. So my first favorite product this month, and I will leave all the links that I can down below in the description box. It's a really simple thing, but the washi tape from the 5th and Monaco collection from Paisley. I have just been loving this month. It is so pretty. These are just 4. There's another 4 in the pack, but these are my 4 favorites. I used this sort of, they're not monstera leaves, but they're kind of a jungly leaf print on a layout for Jack. I used it to create my own pattern paper to fill in a cut file with. And these 3 here I used in this little layout that I did on my live stream with my patrons. So I love it. It's so pretty. This is my favorite one from the whole collection. There is a paper that matches as well, but the washi tapes are just so fun, and definitely a big favorite this month. Another favorite this month is this stamp set from Heidi Swapp. It's from the Honey and Spice collection, I think. I have been using this all over the shop. You've probably seen it in videos. I know it's probably my most reached for alpha. I love this kind of, I can only describe it as like a ransom note kind of alpha. And when you're as terrible as me at stamping in a straight line, this sort of alpha is your best friend because it doesn't matter. Sort of all over the shop, higgledy-piggledy look is exactly what it's for. Let me see if I can find one. Here's a little page I did, which might have been another live stream with my patrons too, but you can see what I mean about the alpha. It's sort of messy, it's all over the place. It doesn't matter if they're not perfectly straight or aligned. It's just perfect. And my last favorite this month has been foil. I have been playing with my foils a whole lot more. Most especially, I'm loving this rainbow foil. I kind of bought it on a whim at the start of the year. Not really sure how I would use it, just loving the fact that it was rainbow. Obviously, rainbow is my favorite color. But this is the first month that I've actually pulled it out and had a play with it. Like I said, been very inspired by Heidi Swapp this month. And this is just a fun technique on just a plain tag that I did using a glue stick of all things. I don't have any of the fun sort of mink products apart from the foil, so any of the sort of adhering products, but as you can see, my glue stick and the glue pen did not a bad job, and I was just really impressed with just having a play with some of these techniques and just playing around a bit more with the foil. I find that I don't often like the rigmarole of having to turn my laser printer on and print something out and then heat up the, I won't say mink because I have a laminator, drag that all out. It's not out on my desk, so I have to pull it all out, heat it all up and do it just to get something a little bit sort of foily is always a bit too much effort for me. But this sort of technique, I love that I can get the shiny, pretty colors without that much effort. And so following on from that, my favorite project this month was this page here that sort of set a little challenge. This was over on my Patreon page as well for my patrons, to grab some papers out of their stash, create a color scheme, and then create a page with it. And I did do that same foiling technique with pretty much all of the tags on here. I even did it on a photo. I just love how this page turned out. It was a little bit sort of unplanned and off the cuff, but like I said, one of my simpler and more fun pages that I really enjoyed this month. So that's what I was loving in April. I gotta say, I'm looking forward to May. We've sort of been released from our lockdown a little bit here, so the urge to get some new things is striking really bad. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know, as always, what you've been loving, what I should be looking at. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye, guys.